Ήρθε η ώρα να περάσουμε λίγο στον χώρο των e-sports. Καθώς το eGaming φημίζεται και για το general gaming content του και για το technology, αλλά και για τα e-sports. Όχι μόνο τελικές φάσεις μεγάλων τουρνουά, έχουμε κι άλλα να δούμε. Και ένα από αυτά είναι διάσημοι pro players. Γιατί έχουμε ένα παίκτη κοντά μας από την Team Dignitas EU, μια ομάδα που πρωτοεμφανίστηκε το 2003 στα e-sports, μετά από ένωση δύο Battlefield organizations, δύο Battlefield clans, την Legion και την Sweden Company X. Ενώ το 2004 έκανε το τελικό form σαν εταιρεία στον χώρο των e-sports, με squads σε πάρα πολλά παιχνίδια, όπως το BF3, το Counter-Strike, το StarCraft 2, το Quake, αλλά και πολλά racing games και φυσικά το League of Legends, για να μας μιλήσει για την πρόσφατη επιτυχία, καθώς κατάφεραν να κλείσουν ένα slot για το ευρωπαϊκό LCS, νικώντας με 3-2 την Mousesports και αποκτώντας $10,000 στο τελευταίο τους παιχνίδι. Στη σκηνή ο O-Snap και δεν ξέρω αν είμαστε έτοιμοι να συνδεθούμε με τον Nisbeth. Θα σέβει.
I greet you along with all of this crowd from eGaming 2015. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you see the stage. And yeah, let's start off with the interview, shall we? So, first off, I would like to start by congratulating you and your team on entering the LCS with an amazing 8-2 score, and follow up by asking you, where do you attribute this incredible 8-0 streak on the start of the Challenger Series that set you right now in the top 10 teams in Europe? We've heard from other LCS players that the difference in level between Challenger teams and LCS teams is quite big. Do you agree with this?
So we had a great mentality and a great organization behind us, Team Dignitas, with like a great coaching staff, Broken Shot and our analyst Frost Garen. And like they had a lot of good connections, so we could easily get LCS scrims when we were at Challenger Series teams, and it's not that like common that Challenger Series teams scrims LCS teams. So we got a lot of good practice, and yeah, it pretty much helped us to get a really good winning streak, and we were really confident in the start. So that's why we went 8-0, I'm pretty sure. And the difference between an LCS team and a Challenger Series team is really huge, so I agree with the statement. Like, of course, there's a difference when most, like every LCS teams, they're sitting in a house, they're playing all day. The only thing they have to focus on is pretty much the game. While Challenger Series players usually have something, school or a job, and maybe their parents don't even know that they're playing, so they have a lot of things to keep track of. So they don't focus fully on the game, which can set them behind. So of course there's going to be a difference, and the better players are always in LCS, so the overall decision making in terms of how you rotate on the map movement, team play, around how you play around vision, objectives, like the better players are just in LCS, so and they play a lot more, and when you play more you get better at the game pretty much, and they have coaches as well. Not every Challenger Series team has coaches, so it's a huge difference.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now that you are in the LCS with the big boys, once again, do you believe your streak will carry on inside? Or if not, which teams do you think will be the ones to stop you?
We had an 80% winning streak. We won 8 out of 10 games in the season. I don't think we will keep that in LCS, since we're a new team and we had a lot to improve on. So yeah, but I know our goal is to first off stay in LCS the first bit, and from there on it will be amazing if we can actually get into playoff. Like that would be the dream, get more games, more experience on the stage, since it's far new for some of the players in my team to play on the stage. And the teams we fear the most is the teams that is going to Worlds as well, like Fnatic, Origin, and Ace2K. They're really strong. We have played against them in scrims, and yeah, we learn a lot from them every time we play them. But it could be funny if you can take a game or two in this season.
Well, you have a fresh split, so I wish you the best, along with all of the hanger, I presume. Continuing on, what's your opinion on the current metagame and the constant champion reworks that Riot is implementing? Do you think that these changes affect the professional side of League of Legends? And if so, how much?
Every time Riot is making a change, like either a meta change, like buffing or nerfing some champions, or just changing a champion, of course, we as a professional have to adapt to that. It means that we have to learn how to play the champion if it's completely changed, or we have to learn the counters to it. Like, we as a professional have to adapt as fast as possible, because the team that adapt the best, they will do the best, like in the season. And we actually learned from that in the playoff when we were playing against Denial, and Gangplank got recently reworked. We used him and we actually won a game with him just because they don't know how to play against him, and he's really strong. So yeah, we use it to our advantage that they have no clue how to play with it or play against it. And yeah, so pretty much the players that use the time or invest the time to learn the new champions, they will have an edge over the others that don't.
Well, I hope I see you playing the new champion.
Yeah.
And continuing, who are your favorite players in the world right now, and what is your reasoning behind placing them as your favorites?
I don't really have a favorite player. Like, I have some. I think from Europe, it's pretty much Yellowstar. He's my favorite support. Like, he's building a new team and he's still doing like fantastic. He's a great leader, and it's pretty much, he has everything that support needs to have. So yeah, he's my idol, and it's the support I respect the most. Outside of Europe, it's pretty much in NA, I like Afromu. He has a similar playstyle like me. A lot of skill shots champions like Thresh, Blitzcrank, Morgana. Yeah, other regions, I don't really follow many. Maybe China, they have some really good players. I know LCK and EDG with Imp and Deft, and yeah, I like to watch them as well. Besides that, yeah, maybe Korya, Faker is always entertaining to watch, and I respect him a lot. So yeah.
Well, I agree with you on Yellowstar. I'm an old school player myself, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I admire him very much. And following the favorite player question, what are your predictions for Worlds 2K15?
I know that Europe has a huge chance right now to actually do well at Worlds, because they have never seen such a strong team as Fnatic. So I really hope Fnatic is gonna do well, at least advance out of the groups, and maybe CLG as well can do surprise some teams over there. Besides that, the favorites are of course from Korea, SKT, LGD, or EDG from China. Like, it's probably gonna be SKT and LGD in the final, most likely.
Well, I believe in Korea. I think that's nothing new to hear.
Yeah.
And well, on the Worlds topic, I would like your opinion on the production extravaganza that will be put on by Riot. Like, last year they booked a stadium, they hired Imagine Dragons to perform, and on that, League is already big, and it will keep getting bigger. Do you think it will keep sustaining itself with new players coming in and starting every day, or do you see the game like dying out anytime soon?
I don't think the game is gonna die anytime soon, but I do think that the amount of new players that are coming to the scene is not as many as it was before, when it was totally new. Mainly because it's super hard and it's a complex game where there's like 120 champs. And we have this huge problem with Smurfs, where new players that don't know anything about the game will get matched with some experienced players and they don't really have fun. Like, that's a huge problem. But besides that, I don't think it will die at all.
Well, that's something nice to follow. Going on to the Greek scene, which I think is the one that interests most people in this hangar, having seen a little bit, but just a little bit, of the potential Greek players can offer by following Forgiven's career in the LCS with the MVP of the split and so on and so forth, what do you think is missing from the Greek scene to make it a viable factory of pro players?
It's hard to say like what they have to do to actually make more pro players, like Forgiven. I know in Denmark we are known for having a lot of Danish LCS players, so we must do something right. And one of the things might have to do with, we have some, like early in the season, early in LCS, like back in the days, we had the Flocken and Wicked to be our role models, and later Björksen, who pretty much is living the American dream now. And I think it gives a lot of players hope that they can actually perform and they can actually do well if they practice enough or have the right mindset to actually go pro. But the Greek, not sure what you're missing. Like, I know Forgiven is his work ethic is like the most amazing, and I know some Unlimited as well. Like, you are really passionate about gaming in general, and you just have to keep working and keep believing that you can make it. It's up to yourself. You have to make a decision and then go for it. Like, no one is gonna take you to LCS. You have to do it all by yourself. Yeah.
Well, on a more general note now, what do you think would be the best structure to nurture like extremely good players in who just play solo queue to go pro and to play in a team? Only recently, at least in Greece, in the Greek local scene, we saw gaming houses arrived, contracts being signed, and investments being made. Do you think that players need something more other than this, other than the economic motivation to keep getting better and to stay on a top level, to be able to play pro in a European level, not just a Greek level?
It's actually amazing that Greek has taken the first step to give really good Greek players a place to actually stay and live in a gaming house, because we don't really have that in Denmark. Besides that, maybe they could it could be more organized in the house to actually let them focus on playing totally and keep motivating them to actually get better. With some like League is a lot about mental. If you can stay focused all the time and keep improving, you will eventually get better. And this is all, like, this is what it's about. To take it to the next level. But I know in Denmark we have talked about making a national team, or at least a group, with the best players in Denmark, where we meet and we live together at some time, a period, and we discuss the game like in a gaming house with the best players in Denmark, and that's how to reach the next level of getting more people into LCS.
Well, it's pretty much how it works. Start off from the local scene and then go on to the bigger level. On to more personal questions now. We heard you were in Greece not long ago. What do you think about our country? Is it what the media depicts, like in Denmark?
I don't really watch a lot of media, to be honest, a lot of television, but I was in Greece to visit my girlfriend as a tourist. It was my first time in Greece. I can say that my time there, it was around 2 weeks, that I had some of the most amazing food, actually. Like in Denmark, we are not really known for making food, but in Greece, holy. Like the food is really great and the nature as well. The weather is really nice because in Denmark it's raining all day, pretty much, and it's cold. But here in Greece we have a beach, a mountains. You have a great history. I learned a lot about the history. And something that surprised me the most about the people there is they are like friendly to each other. Like you can just walk on the street pretty much as a tourist and you can ask whoever about help and they will friendly help you or show you where to go or whatever. And I'm not really familiar with that in Denmark. So yeah, I really like the place. I really like it. And I know I will come back soon to Greece.
We hope to see you again, and rumors say we will.
Yeah.
Most likely. And let's go on. As we are conducting this interview from eGaming 2015 in the beautiful city of Thessaloniki, what would you like to see, like personally, when you enter a gaming event? You have been probably all around Europe, entering conventions and the Riot Studios and so on and so forth. What would be the ideal gaming event for you?
As you said, I've been travel all over the Europe with my team as a player. And I know to events, the thing we love the most is actually a huge stage where the crowd is really close to us, where we can actually hear them like really loud. It's the most amazing feeling when you're playing and you can hear the crowd as well. Besides that, a nice event will be if there's some, when I say food, I don't mean fast food, I mean that place where you can actually get healthy food, because most pros are thinking about more like sports athletes now, and we have to think about what we eat as well. So a nice place where we can actually eat healthy is really good. And when we are not gaming, a place to stay, have fun with people around us, fans, or do crazy stuff. Play 1v1s. I know you're having a 1v1 tournament here, which is really great. And it's a nice way to compete against fans, and giveaways, it could be, that's pretty much what I imagine.
Well, I'm happy to announce we have all of this here in eGaming. And seeing as you are now in the LCS, your plans for your immediate future for at least the next 4 months are pretty obvious unless something dramatic happens. Do you see something in your long-distance future? Do you plan on staying in esports for a long time?
I have thought a little about it, but not that much, because I want to take one step at a time. But of course, your parents ask you, if you don't make it to LCS, what you're gonna do, and so on. So I'm not sure. It depends on what happened, with my career. But I'm not sure that I will stay if I'm not a player. I think I will most likely go back to education and start on a university or so on. I'm not sure that I will be a caster, analyst, or a coach, or work for Riot. I don't know yet, things can change, but right now, I don't think so.
Well, wise words, but you never know what the future brings.
You never know.
So, thank you for answering all of my questions. I'm sure your time is precious because you have a lot of practice before the LCS. I know that for a fact. And as we are finishing the interview, would you have any shout-outs to give or tell something to your fans that are sitting right here?
I will thank for this amazing opportunity to actually talk with some people in Greece. I'm not sure if they're a fan of me, but hopefully they will be when we start playing. And I'm looking forward to visit Greece again and hopefully see some of you in the future. And I would like to thank our organization, Dignitas, and sponsors such as Corsair, Alienware, and Yama. And then last, I will do a little shout out to my lovely girlfriend, for always staying by my side. I know she's listening, most likely. I don't know, maybe she's working.
Okay.
But I missed her. Yeah.
Oh. Thank you very much for your time. Για να δώσουμε ένα χειροκρότημα στον Nisbeth, ο οποίος μας έδωσε λίγο από τον πολύτιμο του χρόνο για να απαντήσει τις ερωτήσεις μας. We will see you in a short while in the LCS. I wish you the best, and all the fans here wish you the best as well. Thank you very much. I'll be summarizing in Greek what you just said in the interview. So,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Εν ολίγης, ο Nisbeth μας είπε ότι τα σχέδια του και της ομάδας του με το που μπουν στο LCS είναι να συνεχίσουν το πολύ σκληρό practice, να καταφέρουν να μείνουν στην πρώτη πεντάδα. Έπειτα μας είπε για το ποιες ομάδες στο ευρωπαϊκό LCS είναι κίνδυνος θάνατος για την Dignitas και για οποιαδήποτε άλλη. Φυσικά είπε για την Fnatic, όπου πιστεύω ότι της έχει και αδυναμία, καθώς μας είπε ότι ο αγαπημένος του παίκτης είναι ο Yellowstar. Οι προβλέψεις του για τα Worlds του 2015 φυσικά είναι Ασιάτες και έχει πίστη και ελπίδα στις ευρωπαϊκές ομάδες, αλλά όπως και οι περισσότεροι εδώ μέσα ξέρουν ότι πολύ πιθανό να παραμένουν απλά πίστη και ελπίδες. Για το μέλλον του LoL είπε ότι το παιχνίδι δεν πρόκειται να πεθάνει κάποια στιγμή σύντομα. Η εισρωή των παικτών είναι πολύ μεγάλη, συνεπώς και τα έσοδα της Riot, η οποία συνεχώς επενδύει στο παιχνίδι και καλλιεργεί τα e-sports, τα σηκώνει στην ουσία μόνη της και είναι η πρώτη εταιρεία που το κάνει αυτό. Και αυτό είπε και στην επόμενη ερώτηση, όπου είπε ότι η καλύτερη δομή για να καλλιεργηθούν παίκτες και να εξαχθούν στο εξωτερικό από την Ελλάδα είναι να γίνουν επενδύσεις. Οι επενδύσεις οι οποίες ήδη έχουν ξεκινήσει και γίνονται στην Ελλάδα. Για όσους έχετε δει την έπαυλη των DD και το σπίτι των On Top, θα ακολουθήσουν και άλλα. Για την χώρα μας είπε ότι είναι πάρα πολύ όμορφη, καθώς ήταν εδώ πέρα πρόσφατα, ήταν στην Κρήτη συγκεκριμένα, και είπε ότι ο ελληνικός πολιτισμός του αρέσει πάρα πολύ, η ιστορία, η φιλοξενία των ανθρώπων. Και είπε και δύο λογάκια για το τι θα του άρεσε σε ένα gaming event. Θα του άρεσαν όλα αυτά τα οποία έχουμε εδώ πέρα, δηλαδή giveaways, τουρνουά, ένα μεγάλο stage, ένα main event. Εμείς έχουμε πολλά main event, οπότε θα του άρεσε ακόμη περισσότερο. Και τα σχέδιά του για το μέλλον, είπε κάτι πάρα πολύ σοφό. Είπε ότι με το που λήξει η καριέρα του ως παίκτης στο LCS, θα πάει σε κάποιο πανεπιστήμιο, θα πάει να μορφωθεί. Τον άκουσα ήδη μορφωμένο, αλλά να έχει κάτι το οποίο να το αποδεικνύει αυτό. Δεν θα παρατήσει την μόρφωσή του για να αφοσιωθεί σε 1 ή 2 ή 3 παιχνίδια. Και εν τέλει ήθελε να ευχαριστήσει την ομάδα του, τους σπονσορές του και φυσικά εσάς που καθίσατε και τον ακούσατε. Η συνέντευξη φυσικά θα ανέβει και στο cowboytv.gr, όπου θα μπορέσετε να την ακούσετε σίγουρα καλύτερα από μένα. Και μη φύγει κανείς, για όποιον γουστάρει ποδοσφαιράκι, θα γίνει παρουσίαση FIFA από τον ένα και μοναδικό Λεωνίδα Πέπλη.
Χαίρετε, χαίρετε. Δεν κάνω εγώ την παρουσίαση. Εγώ παρουσιάζω τους παρουσιαστές, αλλά δεν πειράζει. Λοιπόν, παρουσέψιον έγινε εδώ μέσα, ναι.